I'm Steve Hurley, a volunteer at the Pituitary Foundation. I just tend to do only membership renewals, and that's about it, yeah. But if there's any extra posting or anything like that that's needed, yeah, help out with that. Somewhere around about 2008. Yeah, about April, May 2008. So I've seen a lot of changes. Been diagnosed, that's about it. When I was first diagnosed, the lack of information was frightening. And as the Pituitary Foundation appeared in the late 90s, just found it was so useful, and just wanted to make sure that it was here for everybody else, because it was frightening back then. Well, it was just the fact that making sure that the Pituitary Foundation could continue if it just needed volunteers to help, half a day or a day a week, and doing menial tasks so that there's paid staff to get on with doing the more important work. I suppose it was being at a couple of the support group meetings locally. When we were based at Frenchy Hospital, the ward was only across the way, so we did have patients that were in for operations or had operations and would come into the meetings, and so get real experience of there was life after this operation, whatever form it was in. Yeah. I think it was nothing specific, but it did happen a couple of times. Some patients actually, with their partners as well, had struggled over to the room and sat down and were, I suppose, enlightened that there was life. There's a lot more detailed information about how the pituitary gland affects people or us, and we're all different. It affects us in so many different ways, and there seems to be a greater medical understanding of it as well, and they're still learning, I think, but perhaps that's just, but I think they're still learning how this gland works and what it controls. I suppose it's the routine, I suppose, yeah. I did retire back in 2008, it was early retirement. And both the wife and we both retired at the same time. We both retired at the same time, and we wanted to be sure that we were doing something other than just sitting at home, pottering around, gardening and picking holidays out of the brochures. So yeah, and we both are out most days, well, not most, but at least twice a week, doing voluntary work elsewhere as well. Chocolate cake. It's just the interface of meeting other people on a weekly basis, or catching up with people, and just having that interface, I think. It's a very relaxed sort of not casual, but very relaxed atmosphere, and everybody's here to help. And it's never too much bother when you're struggling with something. I'm not of the generation that a lot of the staff here are, and I struggle with what's the word, software, electronic world, but I enjoy learning it, and there's people here that understand it better than some of us, so it's useful. Yeah, just keeping abreast of what goes on electronically, I don't know, yeah, keeping up with the electric world.